Well, Findit Virginia is an amazing resource that the Library of Virginia is very proud to have made available for public libraries as well as all Virginia citizens. It is a collection of very powerful and authoritative databases that the library selects using library experts across the state, and then we make those available to citizens in Virginia. The hard work is done at our end. What students and citizens do is simply click on a URL, enter their public library card, and a world of information that is only available through a resource like this, and is authoritative, reliable information on a wide variety of topics. Particularly, we're seeing a huge rise in usage by school children in Virginia, that teachers and school library specialists are directing young people to these resources.
You've got coverage from primary to college level.
For my kids to be competitive in school and to get adequate research, they have to have it somewhat instantaneous.
A lot of people think that, oh, it's all on the internet. Well, it's not all on the internet. There are lots and lots of resources that you simply cannot find doing an open Google search.
Yeah, you never know what's going to pop up if you use an online search engine. Trash, all kinds of trash.
I don't know what I'll find, and I might not find anything useful at all.
Students have to be taught how to evaluate information.
The difficulty is getting students to know what is a valuable resource.
Parents can certainly trust that when their children use the Findit Virginia resources, that what the student is using is all information that is safe, if you will. It's not going to have objectionable material.
You have less chances they're going to come across something bad.
It would be better for my little brother to have a database where I'm meant for research that we know is safe than for him just to be looking around anywhere on the internet, because he can stumble into all sorts of things.
As much as we try to tell our children to look ahead, be mindful of deadlines, do things in advance, the reality is
I procrastinate sometimes.
The fact that someone can work in the Findit Virginia databases when they have the time.
If they have access to the internet, they can actually do the research from home.
They can do it from a home computer. They can do it from a public library computer, so they don't even have to own the equipment any time of the day or night. The virtual library can be open, and that's one of the most powerful things about Findit Virginia.
They may be required to get a journal article, a newspaper article, and a magazine article. We can do a power search and get all three.
And what's wonderful about it is, as students are using it, so can their parents, because there's all levels of information.
That's how I first came across it, because my kids used it at school.
There are things that would even be useful to adult citizens in their own business or other pursuits.
I might have an interest, say, in corrosion in a sanitary sewer system.
I have a passing interest in history, so I might want to look up some historical events. I have a passing interest in investments.
It's a resource that an entire family can learn to use, either individually or together.
So I guess our whole family depends a lot on that research and getting that digital information into our home.
Oh, if Findit Virginia were to disappear, I think we would suffer as a Commonwealth.
If you take away Findit Virginia, it takes away a high-quality resource that all the children of Virginia have access to.
A lot of the community would not have the access to the information that they need at the in-depth level that's provided in the electronic resources.
It would be a great loss, not just for us, but I think I think Virginia would be taking one huge step backwards.
So Findit Virginia is something that makes access to resources more equitable in our state.
It doesn't matter if you're living in Fairfax County or if you're living in a remote rural county in Southwest Virginia. Findit Virginia resources are there for you equally.
That to me is the chief value of Findit Virginia, that all our kids have access to very, very high quality information resources.
What Findit Virginia does for us and what different online resources do for the schools is provide a wealth of accurate, up-to-date information that the students have access to universally.
it's very important for them to know how to access information.
Findit Virginia gets straight to what you need.
I'm so glad it's available.
Every time I think about, did I do the right thing for a student, I remember that that child is going to be the one looking at me on the operating table when I need a bypass. I want that kid to know how to get the best information to do the job, to take care of me in the future.
Knowing that they can get information to help them navigate an increasingly complex world is important, and I think Findit Virginia is one of the most effective ways that we can do that.
Our kids are our most precious resource, and I think that we need to provide for them, and we need to make it possible for them to not be average, but to excel in our world.